I wasn't planning on doing this video, but well, as you can tell, I'm not wearing any makeup, and I'm just getting really tired of getting so many calls from pet parents who have worked with trainers or people that say that they're behaviorists and getting really bad advice and bad, horrific training. I have gotten probably 4 calls in the last 2 weeks from families who are telling me these stories. The last one was just about 20 minutes ago, of this woman in tears pretty much telling me about her experience with look, I'm not going to ever give names. That's not what this is about. This is about educating and informing you who are all out there looking for answers, who have dogs with serious problems and don't know who to go to and who to trust. But I will tell you this, I don't care what problems you're having with your dog. I don't care how severe they are. A choke chain, a pinch collar, and a shock collar is not the answer. Dominating your dog in that way is not the answer. In fact, more than likely, it's going to make the situation even worse. But the story that I heard today about this person who was seen by the pet parent after a week board and train, the trainer is going over how they got from point A to point B and proceeds to explain to me how the choke chain was around the dog's neck, and because the dog wouldn't go into a down, in fact, the dog was cowering and very much afraid of the handler, who supposedly had worked with this dog for an entire week while the pet parent was on vacation. And what ends up happening is, because the dog wouldn't go into a down, she lowers the leash and steps on it to force the dog into a down, at which point the dog yelps. And she looks up at the pet parent and says, "You need to know how to control your dog and be the boss." Guys, you know, I have been doing this for a long time. And I have worked with some of the worst cases. And I don't ever use force. Ever. I even tell people, if you're going to use a shock collar on your dog, I'm not even going to work with you. That's just not the way we do things. You do not use those kinds of pieces of equipment to address problem behavior. And the other thing I'm getting really frustrated about, and you know what, I'm just going to start talking about it because it's getting frustrating. I keep hearing about these trainer/behaviorists or whatever that are basically giving advice over the phone without ever doing an evaluation, saying, after hearing the story, going, well, you know what, it's never going to get any better. Don't even waste your money. Or after one evaluation, telling a pet parent, which to me is the most irresponsible thing that anybody can do in our profession, is to say, don't even waste your time. It's too late. I had a pet parent call me up a couple weeks ago. Her dog spent the first year of her life in a puppy mill. And this puppy is now about 1.5 years old now. And basically said, after a 2-hour evaluation, not in their house, not in their environment, never having seen them walked on a leash, nothing like that, but in a professional office setting, says to the family, this is about as good as it's going to get, and then proceeds to put the dog on medication. I keep wondering why I keep getting these calls, and I realized I have to do something. And if that something is just making this video, and whoever is out there that has a problem dog, I don't care how severe the problem is, please do not take your dog to somebody who is going to, without thorough evaluation in your environment, ever tell you, first of all, it's too late. Because there are enough of you out there that were also told the same thing, and you can all attest to what I'm saying. And don't ever let anybody get their hands on your dog and use harsh methods and telling you that you have to dominate your dog, cause pain, cause fear. Because I can tell you now, this dog that I'm going to be meeting in a couple of days, I already know the issue before was some, social dominant behaviors, but now I can guarantee that there are going to be some fear aggression along with that, and that just makes it a lot tougher. So I'm just telling you out there, for everybody out there who has a dog with problems, please, please don't let anybody tell you that you have to train your dog using any kind of fear tactics or anything that causes pain, because that's really bad advice.